Well, hello. I know you're missing my glorious space, so I was able to take my mask off today because nobody else is in my room. So if you hear me talking to people, I'm probably talking to myself. All right, we're about to go over our Unit 11 practice test. All right. Let me do this though. Let me kind of jump back here and kind of review some stuff. All right. We have these things. We have an A. Okay. Remember, it's a stretch when the absolute, not that one, absolute value of A is greater than 1, okay? And it's a flip, or as other people say, rotated. All right, move my face. When negative, okay? Our H, all right, our H is the weird thing. All right, this is as written. Okay, that's as it's written in an equation, not as it is when you pull out the actual value. Okay, if it's negative, we move right. I can cop, so this, just bear with me. And when it's positive, you go left. All right, I know it's weird. It's weird. That's just remember at this point in time, people were using like opium, like Tylenol. Okay, so that makes more sense. Our K is a little bit easier. K, that's our particle. Positive is up, and negative down. Okay, so I know y'all haven't seen this in a while because we got out for Thanksgiving a whole week. And so, just a little review on that before we go through. All right, so for our practice test. So remember with our exponential functions, we always had them with a base of 2. All right, and this is what it normally looks like as, this is our parent function. All right, so it says move left 2 units. So that tells us that this is going to be plus 2 right here. So we can mark these two out. All right. And then it says up 10. Well, that's our K. So plus 10 is going to be over here. So this is going to be this one right here. Okay. Remember, I know it's shuffled and it gives you the answers, but this is me explaining why these are the answers. Okay. All right, moving on. Absolute value. So remember the absolute value looks like this. All right, so it just says moved right, so we don't have an A. So we know it's going to look like this, and it's going to be minus 11. All right, so that takes care of, all of them but this. Ha, 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 ha. Then minus 3. I didn't mean to make that easy, but hopefully you didn't miss that the first time. Though I do know that some of y'all just start it and submit it. That way you can get the answers and you can go back and get the 100, which is okay. But you still need to know how to do this because that doesn't work on the test. All right, linear, or as some people like to say, linear. All right, so it has a stretch of 3, so we should know this. So that's not it. That's not it. I don't know what the heck that is. That's not it. This is actually it right here. Okay, so it's going to be plus 7. All right, remember, when I'm giving you this stuff, use these test-taking skills, okay? Use them. People pay big money at ACT prep places for that type of stuff, and you're getting it for free, okay? And a quadratic, x minus h squared plus k. All right, so it's first, it says it's rotated, so we know we're going to have a negative, and it's stretched vertically by 4. So we should automatically get rid of these, okay? And then it says moved right 3, so it's minus 3, so it's not this one. And then down 5, so that should be a minus 5. All right, so that's why this is this one right here. Okie dokie smoky. All right, this is really fun because this is where it's a drop down and I cannot do a screen capture with the drop down. All right, so this one right here, this is a linear, okay, and this has a vertical, and I'm on shorthand, shift of down 3, okay. That's, believe it or not, this is coming from an actual practice test that we've given before, and people have missed it, actually missed this on a test. All right, this one, this is an absolute value equation, and this has a horizontal shift of right 3. Okay. Yes, as you went through this, you probably realized Mr. Jeffries is really lazy. All he's really doing is just changing this value and this value. And yes, I am, but it works. All right. This is an exponential. All right. It has a horizontal shift of 4 to the left and a vertical shift of 1 up. Okay. So that's just how that goes. All right. And this is a quadratic, and it has a horizontal shift of 5 to the right, okay, and a vertical shift of 8 down. All right. So, some of this is the stuff that you hadn't done since Thanksgiving. So it may not be as fresh on your mind. So hopefully you didn't mess up too bad. Hopefully you had your notes, or even if you don't have your notes, you still have all the videos that I've made. All right. Now, so this is where I'm going to do stuff a little bit different than what you probably would have. I know a lot of y'all like the substitution. I am not a big fan of that. I am not. I will not have it. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything in here by -1 on both sides. All right. So that's minus 4x and then plus a 3. All right. So when we do this, now we have 0 equals x squared plus 8x plus 12. So we factor. And so the factors of 12 that add up to 8 are 2 and 6. And that means that our x's are going to be, one of them is going to be -2, and one of them is going to be -6. I don't remember which one goes where, but that's it. All right. So now we have to take both of these and plug them back in. So when x is -2, so we have 4 times -2 minus 3. So this should be -11. And then this is -6. So this is -24 minus 3, which should be -27. Okay. Wait, I did do the practice test, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Making sure, because I really thought that I had the same one on the test. I may have the same one on the test, and it's okay. You know what? Because, sometimes y'all need a gimme. Okay. Now, kind of same thing. I'm going to leave the top one alone because I like elimination. It's like getting rid of stuff. Some people says it's like killing math, and that's kind of weird. Don't forget to catch my mixtape on SoundCloud. All right. So this one's kind of interesting. Really like this one. Really, 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 really. The reason why is because this goes away. Okay. I'm left with x squared plus 2x, and my ones go away. That's awesome because I know when I factor this, I factor by GCF, and y'all hadn't done that in a while. This is a good review. You got the final coming up. 20% of your grade. So we're going to have one where x is 0 and the opposite is -2. Remember, it's always the opposite of this. So when I'm plugging in 0, so I'm going to have -5 times 0 plus 1. So that's a 1. And then this is -5 times -2 plus 1. We'll see that's 10, and that's 11. Okay? Okay. All right. So, it's I know I do these fast, and that's okay. I mean, I'm a math teacher. I should be able to do these fast. I can't do them fast in my head. I have to write them down. But remember, okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Mr. Jeffries, we do substitution. Well, just to appease those people, cheese and rice, I will do this one by substitution. All right. All right. So this one I'm going to do something a little different because it's substitution. I'm actually going to move all this over at once. So I'm going to add an x squared, I'm going to add a 6x, and I'm going to subtract 9. Just to make those people happy. So I have x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. All right. Again, easy factoring because 3 only has 2 factors, and they're 1 and 3. All right, so we're going to have a -1 and -3. Again, I don't remember which way they go, but there you are. All right, so when x is -1, so I have -2 times -1 plus 12. Well, isn't that 14? And I have -2 times -3 plus 12. Let's see, that's 6 plus 12, so this is 18. All right, so there you go. Yeah. Oh, you want to see another substitution? Do you now? Okay. And the reason why on the last one I did substitution, I moved all the quadratic over is because it had a negative, and I didn't want to have to factor out a -1. So, you got to be smarter. Work smart. Minus x and then -1. All right. Wow. Look at this. This goes to 0. Good. All right. My x squared stays alone. There's no x's over here to combine, so it's just a -x. And our constants go away. So this is, again, is another GCF. So a 0 goes here, and then a +1 goes here. I'm just guessing, because remember, I don't remember. And then this was going to be easy. If I plug in 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. If you missed this part right here, please rethink things. Okay? All right. Please rethink things. All right. Now to our favorite part, what we did yesterday. So we're going to factor. Okay. I'm going to just cut right to the chase right here. Make the main thing the main thing. All right. So I know I want to have a -2 and a -6. Okay. So I'm going to have. Let's cheat. Let's use the number line. Yes, that's my number line thing. All right, so we'll say 2 is here and 6 is here. Remember, that's opposite. And I'm going to pick numbers in between here. So I'm going to cheat. This is going to be 1. Let's just do 4. And this one can be 7. So why am I picking up my phone to do the calculations? What I'm doing now, and if you were not in school when I taught this, because it was your virtual day, that all I do is I plug this back into the original equation to see which one works and which one doesn't. Okay, so I plug this in and I get 5. Okay, is 5 less than or equal to 0? So that's a no. All right, so then I plug in 4 just the same way. Now, it was hard to tell with the students that were actually at school yesterday because, we had mask, and I get a lot of eyebrow language. Okay, so I plug this in, and I get -4. Okay, so this one works. And I have a feeling that if this one works and this one didn't, this one's not going to. Okay, so we know it's going to be in between this right here because it's the numbers in between. I said yesterday in fourth block that some of y'all may start seeing a pattern with these of how it's written, how it's given, and how you actually answer it. Hopefully you find that pattern. I'm not going to name it out for you. It's one of those things I want you to go, oh, I did it. Okay, it's like a secret. do, 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 do. All right, so that's the way that factors. So on my number line, I'm going to have the opposite, which is -1, and opposite, which is 2. So let's use -2. 0 is a good one. 0 is always a good one. Okay. You know why? Because it's easy. Speaking of which, let's use this easy one right here. If I plug in 0 right here, that goes away. Pew. That goes away. Pew. Now I have -2. So that's not, -2 is not greater than 0. So it's not going to be this. This is a no. These two will work. Okay. So you have to look at your choices that will actually work like this. So that it has to be less than -1 or it has to be greater than 2. So it's going to be this one. Okay. Yeah, I put that on there because some people forget that you got to do the opposite side. All right. Look, I'm in here having an awesome time by myself, and I try to get y'all to interact with me, and some of y'all are like, I don't want to. I know it's too cool for that. Listen here. Suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, I'm cracking my own self up. Okay. I'm freaking wearing sweatpants and a hoodie to school. I had to take the hoodie off because I'm about to melt like Frosty. Okay. But it's gonna be a good day, Tater. All right, so let's say -7 and 0 and 6. Okay. Anytime I can use 0, I'm gonna use 0. All right. So if I did the -7, I know some people are thinking, well, why didn't you do the 0 first? I could. I just didn't want to. Just like some of y'all say, I could interact with you, Mr. Jeffries, but I just don't want to. I get 12. All right, so this is a no. This doesn't work. So I have a feeling that 6 won't work. We could check it. You want to? All right. So we'll check 6. We also get 12. Kind of saw that yesterday that, I wonder why that these things, if we just choose one more to the outside, why it doesn't work on both of them. Because it's symmetric. All right, 0 will work. You should already know that because that goes away, goes away. I get -30, so it has to be right here. Okay. Did have a problem with people, a few people in class yesterday. I got some emails that they were choosing the wrong test points. Okay, they have to be in that region. They just can't be like all willy nilly. Okay, don't be all willy nilly. All right, I know this is the last one, so I don't have to do that thing like, wait, is there more? No, there's not more. I know I actually got some sleep last night. Aren't y'all excited for me? I know you can hardly contain yourself. Some of y'all are probably still asleep. If you could see on my screen, it's like 9 o'clock when I'm doing this. Some of y'all aren't going to get up to the crack of noon. -6, 0, 6. All right. So it's got to be greater than this. So yes, we could already plug in 0. It's the easiest one. 0 squared, that's not going to be it. So it's not going to be this one. All right. So you could double check this, and we can do this mentally. I can actually do this one in my head. Okay. So -6 squared is 36. So this is going to give us 9. And same thing, this is going to give us 9. So those were both greater than or equal to 0. So that's why this has to be our answer. So it's got to be less than -5 or greater than 5. All right. Now, your test is tomorrow. This is your second to last unit test for the semester. Okay. And now I actually have to go and do some stuff like try to make a final. Okay. And maybe I can get that done since people aren't here. Oh, I also have to create stuff for the next unit because, they change stuff. But, oh, it's all right. All right, good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.